Cheers. Right guys, welcome back to another video. It's another system pickup video, which I can finally do. I was just waiting on some stuff to arrive, just so I can, do it all in one go. A few other things on the way, which I'll wait to do in the next standard pickup video, because I've got some other stuff coming. And I picked up some stuff in the wild as well for various other systems, so I'll just do another standard pickup video after this one at some point. But yeah, we've got a new system. And as with the Amiga and the Atari ST, I'm not going to go through everything that I got with it. Just to help keep it short. You don't need to see controllers and wires and whatnot. To give you a quick clue as to what the system is, just stand up for a second. It's probably going to give it away. The system is boxed. The box though is a bit ropey. I need to try and straighten it out a little bit because it's a bit battered. So I won't going to show that because it's not pretty. But the system, if you didn't guess, it's an Atari 2600. Unfortunately, it's the Junior. A lot of Atari collectors, Atari fans, they don't really get along with the Junior. But yeah, I just quickly wanted to get into old school Atari gaming. Of course, the Junior is by far the cheapest. But I would like a Woody. They do look really nice, but for the price, which these things are pretty cheap. They were also made. Pretty sure these were made in the mid '80s, so a little bit more reliable than the older ones. So yeah, and it gives it's the same thing really. It just doesn't look as good. Although it's a pretty nice looking machine though, I think. There's the back. Yeah, so I've got an Atari 2600. I've been sort of umming and ahhing about getting one of these for a while actually. Well, I do remember back in the late 80s when they were still being sold. I was flicking through one of my mum's catalogues. I forget which one it was. I mean, it could have been Argos for all I know. But they did have one in there. And a bunch of games. It was all pretty cheap, and I kind of built myself up to getting one for some reason. It didn't happen though. So yeah, I filled that gap and I've got one. And yeah, I'm actually quite surprised that no one really talks about this, about the old school Atari. Especially the guys I watch on YouTube. Nobody seems to collect for it. Don't know. So yeah, got a lot of stuff, well, a lot of games to show you. Oh, gotta bear with me. Unprepared. Right. Yeah, so this was an eBay purchase for the system itself. It came with a controller, all the plugs and whatnot. And it came with 10 games. One was a loose cart, the rest were boxed. Came with two loose carts and 8 boxed complete games. All for 25 quid. So that was pretty good. And then, like I said in the previous video, I've gone a bit mental getting games, and there's quite a lot. There's a couple which I'm not going to keep, just because they're not as good as I was hoping they were going to be. But yeah, I'm going for a minimum boxed collection for the Atari, just because the boxes are so cool. Unfortunately, they are extremely fragile, so there's plenty of the boxes I've got which they're not pretty. They're really not. They're all squashed, and some have pretty bad shelf wear. But what do you expect from something from the late 70s, early 80s? you know, the boxes themselves are pretty poor quality. They're not as good as some others. But anyway, let's get on with it. The game that came with it, which needs cleaning, is Star Strike. A bit messy, so that came with it. Also, this came with it, which I'm not going to keep. So if any of you guys want it, it's a copy of Centipede, 1982. That also does have its manual, its original manual. Yeah, I have popped this in and it doesn't work. I don't know if it's broken, if it just needs cleaning or what. I'll give it another test. But if anyone's interested in that, let me know. Another loose copy of Centipede, this time a silver label one, 1987, and that also has its manual. This does work. I've tried this one. So again, if anybody wants that, let me know, because I shan't be requiring it. I'll do these two. This next one I'm not going to keep because it's not really worth keeping, and that is volleyball, or real sports volleyball, fully boxed. Box a little bit squashed at the bottom. Let's get into this. Cartridge and the manual, which is a little bit worse for wear, but it does work. But yeah, I'm not interested in keeping it. So again, if anybody's interested, let me know. If not, that's probably gonna go somewhere. Another one which I'm not keeping, and I'll explain why later on in the video, is a Cubit. This one's in much better condition, still a little tiny bit squashed in the corner, but apart from that, it's not too bad. Oop. Cartridge, looks good, and the manual, and that's all. Yeah, not keeping that one either. Right, onto the games I am keeping. And there's quite a lot. I'm probably not going to open all of them, just because it'll take too long. But yeah, every single one's complete. So first up we have Real Sports Boxing, which I'm going to keep. Screenshot in the back there. Yeah, I'm going to be keeping that one. Bit squashed, the box. It's always happens because there's so much thickness to the top, but then the bottom there's nothing there. Unlike NES games which have that polystyrene thing. Next up is a Freeway, a game by David Crane, similar to something like Frogger. Nothing on the back. Very similar to Frogger in a way. Just have to race your chicken up and down the freeway. With a friend. It looks incredibly basic, but it's so much fun. It really is a lot of fun. And this was only £5. Buy it now, free postage, which I thought was great. The cartridge. Yeah, so that's cool. That's a keeper. Next up, Moon Patrol, which I think came with the system. Pretty sure it did. There's the back. Fully complete. Next came with the system again, and that's Radar Lock. And again, fully complete. Just looks blue. That's Radar Lock. Great artwork. Some of the games do have great artwork. There's one which I'll get to in a minute, which made my girlfriend piss herself laughing. We'll get to that one. Next up, this is a game which I wanted to get back in the 80s. Like I said, when I saw the the Atari in that catalogue, and I really wanted this game. Roadrunner. Go again. You know, as with all Atari games, extremely basic, but it's a lot of fun, and it doesn't look too bad. You know. Not as good as the you know, your standard 8-bit games, but I think it looks pretty decent. So that's Roadrunner. That was just a couple of quid. This was an Amazon purchase, which wasn't packaged properly, and so that happened. I'm not buying games off Amazon anymore. It's worse than CEX, in my opinion. Where are we going to go now? I'm going to do this one. This is a system seller. This was a system seller back in when would it have been? There's no year. I can't remember. Very late 70s, early 80s. The box is pretty ropey, but it is the almighty Space Invaders. Yeah, you can probably see the box has really suffered over the years. Extremely fragile. There's the cartridge, which is the older style with the lid on the top. 1978. It's a pretty good version on the 2600 actually. It's alright. Is that Space Invaders? I do need to try and get some protectors for these boxes, but I can't find any anywhere. Oh well. Next, a classic. Everybody has this if you have a 2600, and that's Combat. Look at that artwork. That is beautiful. Nothing on the back though. Again, it's fully complete, and also, no, forget what I just said. There's no also. There's the manual, which is it's a full colour manual. There we go. So that's Combat. You have to have that game. Next up, interesting one. Pressure cooker, which has a price tag there. I don't know where from, but it says $3.99. That's a pretty old sticker, I think. I don't know where it's come from though. Back again, pretty nice artwork. Fully complete, and we also have an Activision video game catalogue, which is cool, from 1983. Lots of games in here. I'll just quickly show you some of them. Pitfall 2, Frostbite, and yeah, on the back we've got Kaboom and River Raid. That's nice to have inside the box anyway. Next up, Mario Brothers. Again, box is a bit beat up, but there's a screenshot anyway. That's Mario Brothers fully complete. Where to next? Do these two. Skateboarding, which I've not tried yet. Yeah, it might be okay. That's fully complete. Unfortunately, it's no cardboard inserts inside, so it's just the cartridge and the manual. That's that one. Next up, pretty happy to get this. It's in really nice condition as well, actually. That's Title Match Pro Wrestling, with 4 wrestlers. Picture there on the back. Again, fully complete. Cartridge manual in the box. Next up, Dodgem. Again, wonderful artwork. Nothing on the back though, unfortunately. Yeah, it's not in bad shape. It's, you know, you can tell it's like an old book or something, but it's still pretty solid, and everything's in there. Next up, Mousetrap, based on the real arcade game, which is kind of a variation on Pac-Man, I believe. It's another one I've not tried yet. Anything in there? Cartridge manuals in the box as well. So that's Mousetrap. Next up, another classic, Pole Position, fully complete. And also a box complete copy of Centipede. Look at that. Yeah, I remember playing this on the VIC-20 back in the early 80s. This doesn't look as good as the VIC-20 version. It's still very playable though. Next up, another classic, Breakout. Again, fully complete. Cartridge manual, and that's all. That's Breakout. Next up, a great game, Solar Fox, another one based on the real arcade game. Some numpties put tape though on each side for some reason, I don't know why. There's the back anyway. It's a good game, very basic again, but very playable. Next one, another one in a pretty beat up box. It's Video Chess. It's just chess. Unfortunately though, I don't know why, but it's only one player. But again, we're fully complete. I don't think I've opened this one yet. Cartridge with the lid. A massive manual. Really, really thick manual. Which is in full colour. Let's go. Not the most exciting game in the world, but whatever. Next up, Junior Pac-Man, which is better than standard Pac-Man. Yeah, Pac-Man on the 2600 is a bit ropey. So yeah, fully complete again. Next up, Kung Fu Super Kicks, which I believe is a Chuck Norris game. I do think that's Chuck Norris there. I'm pretty sure Chuck Norris put his name on the American version. I'm pretty sure he did. But yeah, not bad condition. Box isn't as sturdy as I'd like it to be, but it's not too bad. And it's fully complete. Next up, this is the game which made my girlfriend laugh. It's Outlaw. Look at that artwork. But then when you see the actual game, yeah, it's classic stuff. It's a pretty fun little game as well, actually. Fully complete cart manual in the box. That's that one. Next up, another one I've not tried yet is Crossbone. Again, fully complete in the box. A little bit squashed. What can you do? I mean, you can't really get mint condition 2600 games. It's pretty difficult. So I'll just take them as I can get them. Next up, really happy to get this, and it's in fantastic condition. Donkey Kong. It's the back. Awesome stuff. Again, fully complete. I think this even has a reg card in it, if I'm not mistaken. There's the old cartridge. Oh, we've got a bunch of stuff. Manual. Another sort of software catalog thing. Which has a few things in here. Zaxxon. Wizard of War. Gorf. Yeah, and we also have a reg card. Awesome. Let's have a look on the back. I'll bring it up to the camera so you can have a quick look. Cool. So that's Donkey Kong. I'm nearly there now. Next up, again an all-time classic, and I don't know if this is still sealed, but it is. Asteroids. Yeah, all this dirty crap is actually on the outer plastic. I'm not sure if that's a reseal. Really don't know. It could be, couldn't it? It could be. I really don't know. I should open it. So that's Asteroids. Next up, awesome game. Friggin' awesome. And it's the first time I've ever played any version of this game. And yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I've been missing out. Missile Command, again, beautiful artwork. It's awesome. Nothing to show you in the back, unfortunately. Yeah, I can't believe I've never played this before in my life until I just recently got this Atari. I really can't believe it. Fully complete again, old style cartridge with the lid. Yeah, fantastic game. Again, really simple but so fun, so addictive. Right, we're on to the last three, and I've not had a sip yet. Yep, the last three. These are all Parker Brothers games, and they all come in old style, sort of PC, Amiga type boxes. But first up, we have another copy of Qbert. This is the one I'm going to be keeping in a nice silver box. Go inside, we have the manual, massive manual, in very good condition. We also have a reg card as well, and the game, wonderful condition. And I think, is there something underneath here? No. So that's awesome. Qbert. Next up, fantastic. I'm so happy to have this. Frogger. This one's unfortunately suffered a little bit over the years, but it's still pretty good. And this was another game I remember playing on the VIC-20, and the VIC-20 games definitely look better. Again, inside the manual, nice big manual. Cartridge, and I think it's this one. Yep. This one also has its reg card. Original reg card. And also a Parker Brothers sort of fold out poster type thing. I'm not going to go into too great details. We've got Action Force, which is on its way. And also the Incredible Hulk, which I didn't know there was an Incredible Hulk game on the 2600. Yeah, great stuff. Can't go wrong with a bit of Frogger. And lastly, the final game, Popeye. Oh, again, wonderful condition. We go inside. We did go inside. Another massive manual. And another Parker Games catalog thing. And the cartridge. No red card with this one, I don't think. Nah. Oh well. So yeah, that's it. Atari goodness. There's still a few games that on the way. Like I said, there's a couple. I'm not sure how many. There's a couple of others which I definitely need to get. Defender's one of them. Have to get Defender. And a couple of others, and then I think that's going to be pretty much it. There's a lot of stuff on the Atari which just isn't worth playing these days. Most of these are pretty cool. I'm happy with what I've got so far. And yeah, it's a nice little system. Definitely worth checking out. After I did get that bundle off eBay, I did sort of regret it. And I was hoping that the seller wasn't going to ship it because it sold for such a cheap price. I mean, I wanted it. I wanted him to send it, but at the same time, I kind of wanted him to back off because I really wasn't sure about paying money for something that, you know, something that's so basic, so simple. But I think it's cool. Yeah, I think I made the right choice. So it's not going to be a main collection for me. Like I said, there's a few other games which I'm going to get, and I'm going to, you know, play and enjoy these what I've got so far. And yeah, right guys, that's it. Nearly half an hour video. I'm going to wrap it up. Let me know what you think, and I will respond to your comments. It's taken me a while recently, up to a week most of the time, but that's just because, you know, I just don't have the time to sit down and to do all that. But I will respond. And yeah, cheers for watching, guys. As always, I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.